Hello, welcome to Ascension Arcana Tarot. This is Christine with a weekly reading for the week of September 15th. This is a general collective reading, so as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. God, what does this collective need to know about their week this week? The Queen of Wands. She came up, I'm remembering that she came up in one of our recent readings too, just around a message of like being confident. She's a queen who's very social. She's competent. She's confident. She's really optimistic. She's very creative. That's sort of the fire of creation. We have the Sun and the Four of Cups. I feel like these cards, the Queen of Wands and the Sun together feels like a very fiery energy. This is a cool Sun card. And then the Four of Cups here. I always like the Four of Cups, right? It's the hand of God sort of bringing down this cup as a gift, and the person is just sort of sitting there in apathy, like, yeah, whatever. I feel like the message here is very much around bringing like that fire and that passion to a place where you have been apathetic and having like a huge success from that. So that's what I'm getting from, the World card. That's what I'm getting from the Sun, is that just like success energy. And as I was saying that, I shuffled and the World came out here, which is the card of like successful completions of a cycle, right? So the World plus the Sun together, plus the Queen of Wands, it's like a huge achievement. That's a huge like spiritual lesson learned, a glow up. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm curious what let's see if there's anything else. There's two more cards in the bottom row. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. I like the vibe of that. So the Three of Pentacles is about, in this deck, it's just a singular figure, but he's like working hard on his craft. It's reminding me of like the Eight of Pentacles, the way that it's portrayed in this one, where he's just creating, he's being creative, he's honing his skills, he's working on his craft, and he's making something beautiful. It's giving me that same like passionate creativity energy that I got here with the Queen of Wands and the Sun. And then the Six of Swords is, I always just think of like moving on to calmer waters. I'm drawn to this little frog on the bottom. I don't know if that will mean anything to anyone. That's like a special symbol for me. But yeah, moving on to calmer waters. I feel like, I don't know, there's so much like fiery energy up here. And even like the Three of Pentacles, he's like a blacksmith. So I don't know if you can see, there's like a fire down here in his forge. It's like fire, fire. There's fire in the background here. There's fire kind of in the background here. And then here. And then in the Six of Swords, it's finally like, peaceful. I don't know, maybe just because I'm a water sign, it like the water feels very peaceful to me. Yeah, that's really interesting. It's like kind of moving through this passionate creative fire, and kind of having like a gain from that, right? Like I really just am feeling that success energy, like I said, from the Sun, and being able to sort of ground into the peace of that is what I'm feeling from like the Pentacles and the Six of Swords here, like grounding that creative energy into like an earthly, peaceful success that's going to feel like really nice. The biggest thing that's coming up for me is I want to know what you're feeling apathy about here. So this, obviously multiple people will be watching this reading. Actually feel called to show you that the Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom here. So just like I was saying, that feeling of sort of grounding that success energy into like the earth and into peace, that's very much like a Ten of Pentacles energy, where it's having like the physical success, the physical manifestation here on the earth. It's really a cool reading. I want to know, what are you being apathetic about? Like, what is this apathy energy about? God, what else do you want to tell us about the Four of Cups here? I love these cards, are very chatty. The Seven of Wands. I don't know if he's not coming in focus. So this is the card of kind of like defending oneself. So you can see like this is him standing kind of on higher ground. He actually has, it looks like pencil or something. It's sort of like weird. It's supposed to be a weapon, like a lance or something, but it's reminding me of a pencil. Anyways, there's all these other wands around him of people who kind of want to like attack him. I want to get more clarification before I launch into explaining that. What else do you want to say here? Two of Wands. Yeah, the wands are cool. They look like pencils. I don't know if that will resonate for anyone, but if you do any sort of writing as like a hobby or as part of your job, that could potentially be a message for you here. So what I was feeling is you're being apathetic in a place where you're feeling like bullied or attacked. And the message that I'm getting here is that maybe you're kind of telling yourself that this energy doesn't bother you, but it seems like it actually does in your heart. So as always, take this if it resonates. If not, don't even worry about it. Just leave it behind. This is just the energy that I'm getting here from the cards. So it feels like an energy of someone pretending that they don't notice, like the hand of God handing down this big gift from heaven, right? But you do. There's like a defensiveness here that either you're feeling like you're having to defend yourself from something in real life, like maybe like a bullying situation. I'm feeling like work, or even feeling like you have to defend yourself from God. Like I've had to work through some of this energy. So I don't know if this will resonate for any of you, but it's almost like if this is you, which is what I'm feeling, right? And this is like, I mean, whatever, I call it God. I've talked to you guys about that before. Whatever divine or higher forces you believe in, right? The universe is trying to give you this gift. And you almost have this feeling of doubt. Like if you reach out to accept that cup, it's like going to disappear in a puff of smoke or something like that. It's like you feel like this good thing that's being offered to you is just an illusion, and you're afraid of kind of like disturbing the illusion, which feels like not an energy of like physically defending yourself, right? But like energetically, you're in defense mode. You have like walls up, you're kind of ready to fight. You're disbelieving that this amazing thing coming in is like a possibility or a reality for you. But whatever this is like a massive opportunity. So I feel like the Two of Wands card here is just telling you to make a choice and move on with life. I'm hearing again energy that I said, like that expression of like, do your business or get off the pot, right? Like the universe is literally handing this to you. Like either reach out and grab it or just walk away and be done with it. But that decision does not feel like the good choice. I don't know. I'm like looking at this card. I'm feeling the energy of like one of these paths would be like, you know, in a dark, dead, creepy forest. It's like from Beauty and the Beast. I don't know if you guys ever saw that, but when she's on her horse, Philippe, there's like this one path that's like this, oh no, it's her dad who was on the horse. Anyways, there's this one path that's like clear and kind of sunny a little bit, and the birds are chirping. And the other path, which ends up going towards the Beast Castle, is like full of like cobwebs and fog and like creepy dead trees, right? Like I feel like if this is you, there's one very obvious correct path, and there's one path that's the equivalent of like having the cobwebs and the dead creepy trees or whatever. Like whatever this opportunity is, it's up to your free will whether you want to choose it or not. And it also feels from the cards like it would be very foolish not to accept this opportunity. Like whatever whatever it's representing. I definitely feel like it's something where you get to channel your passion and your creativity. So that could be like in your personal life, maybe you have a side business, maybe it's like a project coming up at work if you have some creativity in your job. But the sun in the world here, that is like not to be ignored. Those are two of the most positive tarot cards in the whole deck. Their energy is very auspicious, and they're major arcana cards. So this is a huge gift that the universe wants to give you. I really just feel like the message is to put down your defenses and to choose the pretty obvious path. Like, choose the path that looks like the nice path, right? And that's what this is. It's like trusting that this is not an illusion, that this is real, that when you reach out your hand and take the cup, which in my analogy is like taking the nice looking path, right? That it's real and there's like a gift there for you. And at the bottom, we have the Ace of Cups. I love the eye. I feel like that's like you being able to see clearly, you kind of making the choice to see clearly what the universe is trying to bring you here. And just that love, like the Ace of Cups for me is always just that complete overflowing of love. And like at the end of the day, that's what the universe is, right? That's what God is. That's what angels are. That's what spirit is. It's just love energy. It feels really nice. I feel fired up reading this. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of like, passionate, like gusto kind of like giving you guys this message. This is a cool energy. Whatever this is, you're not going to miss it. Like the energy coming off of these cards is, I don't know. I'm just like hyped up. Like I feel like if this is you, you'll feel that way too. You'll feel like jazzed up. You'll feel alive. You'll feel this creativity and this fire and this passion like kind of coursing through you. That's this energy. Really, really cool. All right. What advice do you have for the viewers in this collective for this week, God? We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, just getting started. So the Ace of Wands is like that initial ignition of that fire energy, kind of finding something to like channel that passion and that creativity and that forward movement into. I love that. It's like, it feels very, I mean, it's an ace, right? It feels very singular to me. Like this is a very specific, particular thing for you, and it's going to be different for anyone who's viewing. But whatever this is for you, it's something that you're very passionate about. What other advice do you have for this collective? Got one flipped around in the deck here. So the Ace of Wands is basically like a green light from the universe, and it's the kind of the card of like, go for it. So just saying yes. I feel like that's like literally the message of this. Whatever that cup is from the Four of Cups, say yes and believe that it's real. Accept that gift from the universe. We have the Two of Swords here, which is really interesting because I had pointed out that eyeball on the Ace of Cups and like being able to see clearly. And now we have the Two of Swords who is blindfolded and not seeing anything. So she's like that energy of indecision and kind of being in like a stalemate and feeling like she can't make a choice. I feel like what I'm getting from that is just that fear. Like if you're in this collective, I feel like you're really afraid to make that choice because of what I said over here. You're like afraid that it's not going to be real. So you're kind of having like these defenses up. And it's almost like you don't want to make a choice rather than make a choice and be disappointed. Yeah, it's funny. The next card is the Eight of Swords. So I talk about this one a lot, how it's these swords around her, but she's not really actually bound to anything. She can just walk out from under those swords and be fine. And then she's blindfolded as well. So it's two of these cards of wearing a blindfold. Yeah, I feel like it's just what just came to me is the expression blind faith. I feel like I've talked about that quite a bit lately on my own healing journey. Just being willing to have blind faith and put a little bit of trust out there in terms of like accepting this gift and believing that it's real. I'm just feeling those for a minute to make sure that that is complete. That's really what it feels like. You're not actually stuck, but your unwillingness to kind of suspend disbelief is keeping you stuck or has the potential to keep you stuck. We have the Nine of Pentacles. She has everything she needs. She's got this cool falcon. She's got butterflies. She's got pentacles all around her. Like all these auspicious symbols, little ladybug. That's really cute. Yeah. I mean, you have everything that you need. I feel like this is a card of like accomplishment and hard work. So if you think about in the tarot, right, it moves in the minor arcana, it moves from the ace to the 10. So you're kind of working through the lessons of each suit as you move from the ace to the 10. So by the time you get to the Nine of Pentacles, you're like almost mastered, right, at the lessons of Pentacles. So kind of creating that stability, creating things on like an earthly level where you're actually physically manifesting things like into your reality. I feel like this one is about having confidence in yourself, like whatever this project is or this creative endeavor that you're kind of considering undertaking, like you have the skills and the practice and the ability to do this. Like maybe not perfectly, but like really, really well, like better than almost anybody else, right? And the experience, the things that you learn from like undergoing this experience could be the things that kind of pushes you over to the Ten of Pentacles, because I did show that to you guys on the bottom of the deck a little bit ago. Yeah, it just feels like gaining more skills and you're already so skillful. So maybe even just looking at it that way, that like this is an opportunity for you to do some more skill building, and how amazing that is, like to add to you being so already skillful. It's like the perfect card, the Six of Wands. This one keeps coming up for us a lot lately. The Six of Wands is victory and acclaim. It's like another success card. This feels like the period at the end of the sentence. This is definitely the last card. That Six of Wands is like, for example, if this is like a work project, right? This would be like your team at work when you guys finally succeed with whatever this project is. Your team at work just like surrounding you and cheering and like everybody being totally excited. And maybe you were like, you know, a key player in this project and everything kind of coming together and getting some recognition and like acclaim for that. And then on the bottom, we have the Four of Wands. It's like so sweet. I love that. Even I'm drawn to the dragonfly. That's like a huge animal symbol for transformation. This does feel very transformative for you in like really, really positive ways. So as always, like use your own free will, judgment, all that good stuff. I'm just a person reading energy from cards. The cards are very decisively telling us that taking this opportunity, accepting this cup literally out of the hand of God is like the key here to having all of this. It's awesome. It's like really, I feel like I'm like fired up from this energy. I'm gonna have to go do something creative after this. It's like really, really, really cool energy to tap into. Really beautiful. Whoever this is, you're like kind of balanced on the edge of some huge success. And it really just feels like having even just the tiniest little bit of faith in the universe, trusting in God, source, energy, whatever, however you conceptualize that. Just having a little bit of faith in that this is not a trick, that this is real. It's not too good to be true. Like you are worthy and good enough of having this like incredible opportunity. Yeah, if you're in this collective, you totally have this fear of like the rug being yanked out from under you, and being like tricked. That's 1,000,000% what I'm getting from that card. So maybe that will help you figure out if this reading is for you or not. I have like a new animal deck that I'm totally psyched about. Mysterious Crow. Mystery, intelligence, cycle of life. Observer of birth, life, and death. Teach me creative and destructive magic. That's interesting. I feel like this is actually resonating off what I said when I showed you guys the dragonfly. Where is it? Here. On the Four of Wands. Up in the upper right-hand corner. Yeah, it's transformation. It's like cycles, right? And kind of just... what I'm getting from that is like, if you are in fear, you're not letting this fire, this beautiful fiery energy like flow through you. You're stopping it with your defensiveness, right? And with your kind of refusal here, your refusal to like let it in, to let it flow. It just feels like it's going to transform you and that you're maybe afraid of change. But the energy of the cards is saying that whatever change comes of this is like incredible. Like the positivity in these cards here is amazing. This is like a very positive reading. It's so cute. Rich pig, regeneration, good luck, abundance, sacred symbol of fortune and fertility. Bless me with opportunity for prosperity. That's awesome. I feel like that goes back to this Nine of Pentacles and even the Ten of Pentacles that I showed earlier, from the bottom of the deck. Yeah, that like you're taking whatever this fiery, passionate energy is, and like I said, really grounding it into the earth and into peace. I'm really feeling like this is an inspiration that becomes like a physical gain for you, like a physical earthly gain for you. It feels really beautiful. I got a bunch of new cards and I have no idea what order they're in right now. I have to figure that out. I'm starting to get a lot of them. I'm going to use the Yin Yang Oracle. And on the bottom here is Pluto in transformation, which is like exactly what we just talked about with that mysterious crow. I love that. I love when it all comes together so nicely. This feels like tight. It feels so safe. I'm imagining like a woven basket. I don't know if that specific symbol will be relevant for anyone, but it feels like the universe weaving these strands of like fate or like events that are happening in your life or like energies or something, and just weaving them into this like beautiful basket, and you just sort of being held in this basket with like all of your good. I feel like really cozy right now, having that image of like being nice and safe and cozy in my basket with like all of my good. Oh my goodness. Flying cards. We got an Ace of Water, which is the Ace of Cups. We actually saw that earlier with the eyeball on it. I don't know if what just came to me when I saw that was compassion. So I feel like maybe being compassionate with yourself too. Like, let me think of how to say this. The energy of this card, I'm going to keep coming back to this card. I feel like it's the most important card on the table because this is the energy that you are moving through in order to let all of this really good stuff flow. If you are in this energy, right, I feel like there are probably things that have happened in your life that have maybe been a pattern for you, or I don't know. There's something that has happened that has caused you to feel like jaded or screwed over, or like the universe doesn't have your back, like you're kind of alone and nobody cares about you. I just get that feeling, and maybe not from people in your life, but from God at least, or the divine forces of the universe. So having compassion for yourself, like you can be so gentle and caring and loving as you're working through this energy, because I do feel like that act of putting your defenses down and kind of having this blind faith, that's probably very scary for you. Like when you do that, I feel like you're going to be working through an energy of feeling like you're opening yourself to heartbreak, kind of making yourself vulnerable to like the possibility of what if it doesn't work out, right? And just being able to give yourself so much love there. And I don't know, I'm getting like even just admiring your own bravery. Like there's not a whole lot of bravery in being apathetic. And there's not a whole lot of bravery in refusing to make decisions, right? Where the bravery comes is when you're on the path and you say, okay, I'm going to pick a direction, right? I feel like the bravery comes with this Ace of Wands and saying yes to the universe, even though you don't know what's coming down the road. Just sort of being brave and willing to go into the unknown is beautiful. And if you're in this collective and you're making this choice to let this blessing in, like, just be so loving and compassionate to yourself. And I feel like it's important for you to recognize your own bravery, because you're very brave. You're choosing hope over heartbreak, right? That's very brave. Have stability, harmony, and flow. Self-love, creation, and intentions. And we got one more. Air, Ace, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Nice. Stability, harmony, and flow. I love that. I mean, I talked about how this energy feels like a flow to me. You kind of have to let down the defenses to let this flow into you, and that it's safe to do that. That you have the skills to be able to do that. And we just talked about self-love, right? That's easy. And creation is that sort of creative, fiery energy. If this resonates for you around intention setting, that might be a helpful practice. Just set an intention, maybe to surrender and like let the universe flow for you. Set an intention to have faith. Set an intention to trust, right? And let good things in. Set an intention, to be willing to receive good things. And then Air and Ace is clarity. That's like the Ace of Swords in the traditional tarot, which very much feels to me like just getting clear on what this opportunity is for you. And again, it's going to be different for all of you, obviously. Getting clear on the places where you're being defensive and kind of keeping that opportunity out. And I'm just seeing like the sword, right? I'm imagining the Ace of Sword. Like I'm seeing you wielding that sword and using it to kind of like vanquish the fear, right? Like not letting the fear stop you. My spiritual teachers talk about it being like a dragon, right? So you're like, I don't know, what was the knight who always fought dragons? I'm not going to remember his name. Saint Michael, was it Saint Michael and the dragon? Whatever. I'm not, sorry, I don't remember. There's somebody versus the dragon. That's like a famous thing, right? But I'm seeing that like you as like a knight or like an angel or something kind of holding that sword and not letting your fears stop you. It's like really beautiful. So if that resonates for you, like call on your helpers, your ancestors, your spirit guides, angels, like whatever resonates for you. Call on your helpers to kind of help you like vanquish those fears. Don't let them hold you back anymore, because there's something really beautiful here for you. So that feels really complete and awesome. As always, I'm super curious to hear what this is for you guys. So if you feel like leaving me a comment, please do. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, as all of those things help me as I'm growing my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye.